Alright guys, Hayzink here, welcome back to the channel for another Street Fighter Duel video, and obviously we now know the event's out. Hopefully you've watched my other videos talking about the fact that we do in fact get 3 copies of ONI, 2 free copies of ONI. I know it sounded weird the way I said 3 copies of ONI. You're probably like, Hayzink, I only get 2 copies of ONI. I mean 3 as in you don't pay for, you get 2 of them, so you get 2 free copies of ONI, right? Now, if you plan to summon for ONI, that means you are only going to have to get you're only going to have to get what? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 12 to get him to triple S. 12 still a big ask, right? Now, some of you guys, but not all of you guys, some of you guys are still of the mind that you don't mind making some purchases within the game. So I'm going to review the grant. I'm going to decide, is the grant worth it or is the grant not worth it if you're going to get this unit, right? So, first off, the price of the first section of the grant is $14.99. Now, I've not purchased it. I might, I don't know. The second portion of the grant, I believe, will be $19.99, right? And generally the rewards are almost what you have on the other line but doubled, right? So if you see here it's 2 of these, on the other line it's usually either 2 or 4, right? So again, what you get for your money, the value of that really is dependent on you. The main value from this pass is going to come from these copies of ONI, right? Now, when I use words in this video like best value or good value, I need you guys to understand that I am talking in relative terms to the other things you get within this game. I'm not talking about versus the fact that you can go out to Steam and you can buy a full game for $24.99 or $20 or $15, right? So I need to clear that up first because I don't want people coming back at me and saying, Hayzink, you're saying this is good value, but I mean, how can it be good value when you can buy that? We're talking about in terms of within this game, okay? So that is how I'm going to grade this value-wise within Street Fighter Duel, okay? So now that we've cleared that up, I don't want anyone getting on my back when I use certain words like good value, right? So, looking at this pass in isolation on its own, for $14.99, although my big stupid head body is in the way, for $14.99 you get 1 copy of ONI. For what is most likely an additional $19.99, you will get a second copy of ONI. So that is you getting 2 copies of ONI for 35 quid, right? Now, that right there is the best value way of picking up ONI, right? Because if we look here at top picks, usually you get recruits in here, they're not here right now, and to purchase something like 1 copy of Vega, it's $100, right? $100. Sure, you get some extras, but it's $100, right? When you are going through the game, you get these growth packs, and you can see here, even on here, you can pick up 1 copy of ONI and 40 tickets for $100, right? You can do that twice, so $200 to get 2 copies of ONI, right? So no matter what way you try and look at this, in relative terms to anything else within the game, this is the best value way for you to pick up a copy of ONI, right? Let's look at what else you get for your money, and then we'll see if, is it worth it, is it not worth it, right? So you're getting your arcade tokens. I mean, these things to me are just filler, right? Your arcade tokens, your EXP boxes, your cash box, your breakstones, which are always useful. Your 5EX scrolls, I mean, that's useful, especially nowadays, that is pretty useful. You've got your red soul stones, again, pretty useful. You've got your vehicle tokens. I would argue that that again is pretty useful, pretty good. You've got your leveling orb things. Depends how much you've got to level. They can actually be useful, right? But overall, I'd say, nah, not the best value. At level 10, you're getting a copy of ONI. Then you're getting a summoning scroll or a factional invite. You've got your soul boost stones. You've got your 10, what do you call them? Soul boost things. And then you've got your EX move awakening leveling thingy bobs, right? You get them there. And then at level 15 you've got your demonic temple background, right? Now obviously I've not unlocked the next level, however if this follows the formula of the last one, at level 15, I think you will get 10 special summoning tickets, right? So, and obviously everything else along the way will be like doubled up and stuff like that, right? So basically, if you decide to spend the $35 to get 2 copies of ONI, you'll get 2 copies of ONI, you'll get your divination tokens that you've got here, right? You might even get another couple of divination tokens, I'm not sure. I think there's one spot that maybe adds 3 additional divination tokens, at least it did the last time. And you will probably find that somewhere on here you will get an additional 10 special summoning tickets. As well as that, you're going to get, what, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 2,000, 2,200, 400, 600, 800, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17... 37,000 diamonds. I don't think you'll get any additional diamonds down the bottom, to be honest. So do I think it's worth it? If you are someone who is still willing to spend on the game, and you are someone who is interested in spending on the game, then it is 100% worth it. 100%. I'm not trying to encourage you to spend in the game. It's not what I'm doing here. I'm simply saying that if you are someone who still looks for the more high value purchases you can make within the game, then by far and away, especially if you want to get ONI, then this is one for you. Now, I personally am not going to summon for ONI yet, because I believe with all my heart that we're going to have the collab next month, and I want to save my special summoning tickets to see what the collab is going to offer, what the units are going to be like and stuff like that. But I'm probably still going to get this. The reason being, ONI is a permanent unit, so when I do decide to summon for ONI, I'm going to have 4 copies of them, 2 from the event, 2 that I've been able to secure from this pass, which means instead of needing to get 14 additional copies or whatever it is, I'm only going to need 10, which is a much less of an ask than me having to push all the way to get 14 copies. So I don't know how you feel about it, but if you know eventually you're going to summon for this guy, with the additional resources, with the extra things like the EX scrolls and stuff like that, I personally still feel like it's worth it. Again, I'm not trying to push you into spending, it's not the intention here. I'm simply reviewing this for what it is, and to me, I feel like this represents value within the game's ecosystem of what we already spend, if we do spend. And if you're on the fence about it, but you want to get ONI, all I'll say is, it's your best surefire way of getting them for the cheapest amount, because $35 will buy you roughly 4 summons worth of tickets. The reality is, in 4 multi-summons, you're probably not going to pick up 2 copies of ONI, unless you get extremely lucky, but you're probably not going to pick up 2 copies of ONI. So, to me, it's kind of undisputable. It is probably the best value way to get them. But, your call. I just wanted to put my 2 cents in there. I've been Hayzink, thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one. Peace.